All right, guys. So what do we have today? We got a 2014 Toyota FJ Cruiser in cement gray. So this is a coworker's car, and it's got me a bunch of fluids to change. I think he got a bunch of coolant down there. What do we got? Some gear oil, 75W90, tranny fluid. Oh, you got the Mobile One stuff. Let's see. Is this for Toyota WS? Toyota ATF. D3 not used for macaron. Okay, I'm gonna take a look at this, see if this thing will work for Toyotas. I usually would just go with the OEM Toyota stuff, but what else is that? I think that's it. Yeah. Okay. Let me see what he wants. So scrap that. We're not doing transmission fluid. We're just doing power steering. So that's what that power or transmission fluid is for. But we got like 6 bottles for power steering fluid, which is a lot. So yeah, we're not doing transmission fluid, but we are doing coolant and front and rear diff, transfer case, oil. What else? PCV valve, which is on the back of the valve cover, which is pretty easy to do. I'm just gonna pull all these parts out of the truck here and put it on my bench. See if I have everything to do this. All right, so first things on the menu is he wanted me to. Yeah, sorry, it's noisy in the shop. But first thing he wants me to do is check the throttle body, see how dirty it is. But you know, 115,000 kilometers, that's pretty clean. Other than like around the sides, right? That's about it. And then he also wants me to check the mass airflow sensor, which I have on the bench. Yeah, but if you're wondering, 115,000 kilometers, I think that's about, come on, do math, times it by, or divided by 0.6. It's probably like around 70,000, 75,000 miles for you guys, I guess. But yeah, that's how it looks like. It looks pretty clean. I'll do a little bit cleaning on the side because you can see some stuff. That's about it. And then yeah. So I just gave everything like a wipe with a rag, right? Not too crazy, you know. It's just used a rag with a little bit of cleaner on it, right? Still a little bit on there. I'm just gonna give it a little more of a wipe. But as you can see, you know, just where it down there where it seals against the butterfly valve, it's getting clean. And those 2 wires on this mass airflow sensor, they look pretty clean, so I'm not going to bother touching them because they look clean. Oh, as you can see. Next thing that he wanted me to do is replace the PCV valve, which is this guy right here. There's just a little hose that attaches itself here. Just get yourself a 19mm socket, and then you can, you know, back that off, and then you can thread into a new one. That's how easy that PCV valve is to change. Grab yourself a 19 socket with an extension, and it'll just go right on it, and then you can just break it loose. Yep, pretty dirty. Barely shakes. You can't hear anything out of it. That's how what it looks like inside. And then the new one, you can hear more movement out of it. That's what the new one looks like. Ooh. And just thread it back in. So all these things are pretty easy to do. Okay, 115,000 kilometers, never been changed. I wonder what's gonna look like. Don't worry, I cracked the top one loose already. Pew! It's black. That's how black it is. Yeah, a good amount of stuff on the magnet. You can scoop it off. Right. Alright, so now here the transfer case. Usually the fluid in the transfer case is pretty clean. Let's see what it looks like. Yeah, look, it's clean. So we're moving to the front and I'm trying to get these bolts off. There's one bolt because they hit something here, pushed it back, and you can't get a socket on that bolt. So what am I going to do? So I'm just going to grind the head off, and then that way I can remove this aluminum skid plate, and yeah, remove the bolt, put a new bolt in later. So this is what I'm going to be using to grind the head of that bolt off. Okay, so now that I grind the head off of it, I can actually rotate it. It won't allow me to spin it because this thing's bent, and then there's also that that skid plate that it goes through, and it was hitting that, so it wouldn't allow it to spin because it's all bent up. So we just get new bolts for this, and then yeah, this is all right. And then now I can do the front differential fluid. All right, so with the front skid plate off, let's see what the front diff fluid looks like. It's a 10mm Allen, by the way. Oh, the bolt's bigger than I thought. It's also black. There you go. Here's all the stuff that's on the magnet. Quite a bunch of stuff on there. Right, and coolant drain is just right here, just petcock. So I put the skid plate back on, and I replaced with new bolts because, you know, they were all bent. Same thing as back here, so new bolts. Wants me to do a brake service, but I serviced them last time, and these pins are free. They move freely now. I also you know, sand them down because they were stuck in these. So if you don't service your Toyota brake calipers, they either seize the pins are seized, or the pads itself will seize inside the bracket, so it kind of pinches itself because of the rust and everything. But they're all free now because last time, right, I cleaned off all this and I sprayed it with graphite spray, and yeah, it's still free moving. So these pads will move easily. But the other thing with these things is these calipers, the pistons will seize, and this one is fine. Spins freely. You can turn it by hand. So yeah, so make sure you service your Toyota you know, 4-piston calipers or whatever. They tend to seize up more than one way, right? The pins or the pads get pinched in the caliper itself, or these pistons itself will seize in there. And as you can see, these you can see those boots are starting to break. So yeah, this is what I'm saying. These pads, they sit in this thing, and it's supposed to slide back and forth freely, but when they rust on each end, they pinch it and they seize in there. But these move freely now because I serviced it last time. So all right, last but not least, is we're doing power steering fluid, and I'm just using a sucker, you know, just a little sucker there, and just suck out the power steering fluid. So yeah, that's about it. That's pretty much just maintenance, I guess. Oh yeah, I gotta program the TPMSs on the winter tires that I put on, are swapped over for him. So anyways, pretty simple job, just maintenance on a Toyota. Anyways, I hope you enjoyed the video. I thank you guys for watching, and I'll see you next time.